In this video, we're going to cover the mail module, which is pretty much everything to do with your domain's email. That's from creating the email account to protecting your emails, heck, even forwarding them elsewhere. Now, we got a lot of territory to cover here, so let's go ahead and dive into this. Now, in creating your email accounts, pretty much you just click on this link here, and it brings you to this page here where you put in the name that you want for your email account. And if you've got several different domains assigned to the cPanel, then you can choose from those that are in your drop-down box here. Now, I've only got the one, that's why I don't have a drop-down box. Then you assign it a password. Be sure and document this guy somewhere so that you'll have it in the future. And then you can also adjust the size of your mailbox quota, whether you want to just leave it at the default number here, which, by the way, you can come back and change later, or you can click on Unlimited if that feature is available for you. Click on Create Account, and you're good to go. Now, every email account that you create in here, and by the way, some cPanel accounts limit you on the number of email accounts you can create. Some do not. But every time you create a new email account in here, they are immediately accessible in the webmail here. Now, myself, let's go ahead and click on this and open that up. Myself, I do not use any of these webmail accounts. I use a third-party email client called Thunderbird from the folks that make Firefox, the browser Firefox. And there's other third-party email clients out there like Outlook or Windows Live Mail. Whether you use those or these here, the mail that is sent to the email account you create inside your cPanel is always going to be available here. So let's go ahead and take a look at old squirrel mail here real quick. So you've got the inbox here, the drafts, the sent, the trash, pretty much everything that you would see in a normal email account. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Come on back home. And these two guys here are going to help protect your email from receiving spam. Now, if you enable these, then what they're going to do is whenever somebody sends you an email, instead of it coming directly to you, it's first stopped at Boxtrapper or at Spam Assassin, and then an email is sent back to the person that sent the email to you in the first place, kind of like an autoresponder, and I'll get to that in a second. And they are then prompted to take action. In other words, they have to either click on a link or enter some kind of information like a captcha code before that email is actually sent on to you. Now, that's great in that it does prevent spam from hitting your inbox. My problem, and the reason why I don't use these guys, is that it can also prevent wanted email from hitting your inbox, because not everybody that receives that notice from Spam Assassin or from Boxtrapper is going to take that additional step, no matter how simple it is. So you might miss out on some quality emails, like from PayPal, for example. So use these at your own discretion, but you can come back and turn them either on or later turn them off if you wish. Forwarders, pretty simple. You are able to assign an email address that the email accounts that you create here can be forwarded to that other email address, even if it's not on this domain. An autoresponder, pretty much like it sounds, it automatically responds to an incoming email. Let's say you create an autoresponder that sends out an automatic response saying that you're on vacation until such and such date. And if it's an emergency, then call this number or send an email to this emergency email address or whatever the case. Basically, it automates that process to where when you receive an email, it automatically responds. Another example is you've got a support email address. Somebody sends you a support ticket to that email address. You've got an autoresponder that automatically sends a reply back to that person saying, thank you very much, or whatever the case. Our support staff will be replying to your situation as soon as possible. That way they know that the email was received and that somebody's working on it, or at least ways that the email was received. And the default address is a way in which you can receive emails that are sent to an invalid email address. Maybe you incorrectly gave somebody an email or somebody wrote it down wrong or whatever the case. If they send it to your domain and it's an invalid email address, then you can come in here and configure this to where they will receive an answer saying no such user here, or you can customize this, and you can even have those forwarded to a particular email address. So that can come in handy too. Mailing list. This is a way in which you can send out mass emails through one email address. I myself do not use this. As a matter of fact, some cPanel accounts do not even have this activated. If you want to learn more about this, you can head over to gnu.org/software/mailman, because this is the third-party program that handles the mailing list here in cPanel. And it's pretty simple to set up. Myself, I use a third-party premium service called Aweber. There's several of them out there that are both free and premium or paid for, like GetResponse and Aweber and the like. But just starting out with a shoestring budget, you might want to give this one a try here. Now, the account and user level filtering, these come in really handy in saving you time and kind of keeping you from having to check your email account every 10 minutes or so. You can filter the incoming emails so that based on the trigger that you have set for the filter, you can have them automatically delivered or forwarded to a folder of your making. Email trace is not something that everybody will use or even need for that matter, but if you find that you're having problems with the delivery of your emails, you might want to check this out. Frankly, I wouldn't mess with this myself. I would go ahead and contact the hosting company and let them know that you've got some issues with the delivery of your emails and can they help you out. They may then go ahead and walk you through the use of email trace to get some information regarding your emails so they can then kind of do a trace on them to find out where the problem lies. And with the import addresses and forwarders feature, you're able to import a whole bunch of email accounts that you had created elsewhere, and this holds true with forwarders also, and that you had exported from that old account into a CSV or an Excel file. You can simply import that file here, bing, bang, boom. Instead of having you go through and recreate all those email accounts or forwarders individually, you can do so here with just a couple of clicks of your mouse. Email authentication. This is basically another tool that can be used to help prevent spam. Only this tool works on the delivery of your email because some spammers spoof or forge messages from your domain, and with the email authentication enabled, it can pretty much stop that from happening. Now, since this is more for the advanced cPanel user, this feature isn't always active. And for more information or details on how to set this up, I would suggest you contact your hosting service. And that kind of holds true with the MX entry feature as well. See, this is where you can add, change, and manage your MX entries. This feature allows you to route your domain incoming emails to a specific server. Frankly, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This feature is rarely used by the average cPanel user because if you accidentally misconfigure the MX entries, you can completely disable your ability to receive email. So the phrase enter at your own risk comes to mind here. Now, like with the email authentication feature, this MX entry feature is more for the advanced cPanel users. So this feature isn't always active. So for more information or details on how to set this up, you should contact your hosting service. And this is going to bring to an end this video on the mail panel or module.